invisible audience, I'm gonna draw some cheesy Pokemon Valentines, and because it's Valentine's Day, I have my lovely husband here who is going to commentate with me because he helped come up with most of the puns, and it felt right to have him here.
Hello, I have 0.1 marketable skills, and they are puns.
Yeah, and also I love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I love you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Valentine's. You're doing a sketch.
I am doing a sketch.
It's an apple.
Yeah.
And it's an applin.
I did all of the Pokemon sketches first.
Okay.
And then I did like all of them collectively in steps. So I go through and sketch them all, and then I go through and line them all, and then I go through and color them all.
Those little fingers on Pseudo-Wudo for a moment there were something. It's like that gif of the horse, I think, from Adventure Time that takes off or the deer that takes off the hooves, yeah, with the little deer fingers.
Pseudo! It's got little hands like that, though.
Sure. Pseudo-Wudo, the most romantic Pokemon.
The most romantic Pokemon, much like Absol here,
yeah.
which gives me the creeps.
So I get that you were doing the puns ones, like, that you already come up with, but you really just didn't want to do a love disc, huh?
I didn't have a good pun for that.
We definitely could have come up with one if we thought about it longer. I love
disc.
Disc. I love lamp.
I love disc. Also, that's like super overdone, and I kind of wanted to do like different ones, like not the same cliche ones that everyone does.
Sure. So you got a Combee.
So I got a Combee. I love Combee.
So, I guess we mentioned that they're all based on the puns, but the puns aren't necessarily going to be clear right now, right?
No, it's going to be a reveal.
We know what the puns are.
We know what the puns are. Take a guess while you're watching.
Before you added that beak, that Swanna looked so alien. It looked like the body was a face and it was like an eye stalk.
Oh no!
It's fine, because then you draw the rest of the Swanna, and now it looks like a swan. And now it looks like a Swanna.
Yeah. Hey, turns out...
You just copied it.
I didn't for the line art.
Wow.
I cheated for the sketch, but not for the line art.
It's fine.
I didn't want to draw Swanna again.
I don't really know the technical details. Oh, and of course now the,
This one. The bane of my existence. It's just all...
You decided you really wanted to draw Colossal.
I really liked the joke. And then I had to like give it a different pose because I wanted it to look different.
Gotta be cute.
Instead of just the standard pose.
Oh. Back to the applin eyes. The most important.
We're just adjusting. We're putting in slightly different poses, giving them a little bit more personality. Except for you, Absol. You're literally just a redraw of the like standard.
So why didn't you want to
image.
change up Absol?
I couldn't figure out how. Also, Absol kind of gives me the creeps, and I didn't like looking at it.
See, you just draw it rolling on its back like it's a puppy and it wants pets.
Oh, that would have been cute.
See, I told you that before.
Did you?
Yes.
Well, it's too late now. Look at this. Look at this shy face.
Shy, yeah, that's how I describe that face right now. Maybe when it's finished. But right now it kind of looks more suspicious.
Oh, okay. I guess that's...
Like, what's going on over to my left?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that way.
Colossal is a mess to draw. It's a very good design, but oh my god, I hate drawing it.
It's just some rocks.
Yeah, it's just... I got the hang of it as I went.
Yeah.
But it was like just a lot of inorganic shapes thrown together.
Yeah.
And that's not my strong suit.
Maybe it would have been easier if you just built it out of actual pebbles.
Maybe.
You said when you were finished, though, that it is, like, your favorite of all the designs.
Oh, yeah. I do think it's my favorite one because I had to work harder on it. The other ones I really kind of phoned in, but this one, like, because it was such a struggle, I really did work hard at trying to capture it right.
You got those hearts on there.
Yeah, some of the rocks are heart-shaped. But yeah, it did end up being, like, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Why is there a pause here? What am I doing? Oh, we're back at it.
What a weird party. Like, if this is your team?
Yeah, this is my Valentine's Day Pokemon team.
You have a Colossal, a Combee, and an Applin. Absol, a Swanna, and a Sudowoodo.
Is that a good type balance?
No, we've got
Okay.
2 rock types on there.
Yeah.
I mean, Colossal is not a good type balance on its own. Rockfire is a terrible type.
Yeah. I used a Colossal in Sword and Shield.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just not quite a good type.
I got really attached to it.
Your
named it
viewers want me to
Spicy.
talk about, like, competitive Pokemon battling now, right?
No.
Good, because I don't know it.
Good.
I just know the Rockfire is bad.
That's fair. I named my Colossal... Well, it was a Roly-Poly at first, and I
course.
named it Spicy Meatball. And so I got really attached to it.
Roly-Coly. They
I
give
like
some Pokemon some
Roly-Poly.
silly names. What's that? You got Roly-Coly and you got Roggenrola. And in about 2 years, most people will not be able to tell you which one's which. Like, the only reason anyone knows which one's which now is because one just came out.
Yeah, that's fair.
But they're both very silly jokes.
Also, I wouldn't have been able to tell you what Swanna looks like before I drew Swanna.
Yeah. Just
With
looks like a swan.
references, It does just look like a swan.
It's got like a bit of a crest thing on the front, but
Yeah,
apart from
just
that, it's just a swan.
Just some feather boobs.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, nothing says romance like swan boobs.
Oh, now I'm thinking about Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I figured you would be.
I mean, I'm sorry, you brought up boobs, waterfowl with boobs.
Look at this Combi.
Yeah, it's adorable.
I love Combi. Oh, this is the where I saved. I got through all of that before I saved for the first time because I'm
Bad at the thing? 'Cause-
no, that is so dangerous.
Yeah, you like, I don't do the art, but I know you don't want to lose it.
Kids at home, folks, save more frequently than I do.
Okay, that little smile on the Absol is very good, though.
Yeah.
Like,
This little
just a tiny line.
kind of a little shy. Like, I was looking at Absol's face, and it doesn't have any lines giving it, like, any depth or anything. It's just, like, a really weirdly human face. It was really, really off-putting to me.
They just want you distracted by the big old horn.
I was, too, until I started looking further. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, I don't like this.
Speaking of things on their heads, what's on Sudowoodo's head?
Some twigs.
Why are they just 2 random twigs like an antenna?
Because he's like a stick. I don't know.
Sudo!
Look like a little tree.
Trees aren't known for like the random twigs sticking off the top. They're known for the leaves on top. Why aren't there leaves?
It's a baby tree.
That's Bonsai.
That is bonsai.
I remember when I first saw, well, not as much Applin, but Appleton.
Yeah.
Appleton is my favorite Pokemon from Generation 8.
Yeah.
It's just a big old pie,
It was really cute.
and it's a dragon.
It's real cute.
And this is just like, I mean, it's cute and fun and all, but it's just like a worm and an apple, really.
It is a worm and an apple.
But worm like with a Y?
Yeah. Because it turns into a dragon.
Yeah.
I was taking the sort of lazy approach to coloring, so I just went through and filled them all in with a solid, and then I just come in and do all of my coloring on top of that in a single layer.
I wouldn't know another way. Is that bad?
I think I would usually do like different colors on different layers so that I could
So
fuss with them a bit more, but instead I just did this. Also, Absol's face was bad. Absol's face is so weird.
okay, but if you were going to just color in the whole thing and then color on top, does your drawing program not just have, you know, the paint bucket?
Yeah.
Would that not have been easier?
Well, I didn't want my color on the same layer as the...
The lines?
As the
Because you have to do
lines.
that on the lines.
Yeah, so it's under the lines.
I
and
don't
there
get
are
this, but
there are ways that you can color it in easier, but I don't know. I prefer this for some reason.
layers, that doesn't mean anything. You just color it in. The reason I don't color in on, like, I don't do one color and then color in on top is because my pencils don't work like that.
Digital art is magical.
It really is. I don't believe in it.
You're watching it happen in front of you.
That is true. I'm gonna have to burn you at the stake after this
Oh,
video's
no.
done, because
Can you guess why I colored the Swanna and Absol blue instead of white?
Because of the background?
Yeah.
Because...
So that I could see the difference.
Yeah.
See if it was actually colored in or not. I do color them in with an off-white instead of just a straight white.
Yeah.
It's still much easier that way.
I think generally, like, that's kind of just the done thing, though, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, you definitely don't want it to be the same color as the background.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because then it just looks like you haven't colored it in. And if there's one thing the teachers at school told me is that you can't just leave it not colored in.
Oh.
Oh, is that not... Do you disagree?
What do you mean not colored? Like, what are you
You can't,
referring
like,
to?
if you want something to be white on your picture, you can't just leave it not colored in on the white paper. You've just got to color it in, like, a pale grey, or use a white crayon even though it doesn't really show up.
No, that's not something I've ever encountered.
That's what all the teachers taught me.
Oh. I had, like, assignments in art class about, like, using negative space and purposefully not drawing in the white spaces.
Huh. Well, that's the difference between, like, what level of education was that for you?
High school.
Oh, well. I'm talking about secondary school teachers too, so.
Okay.
But that same teacher also told me that I was not producing enough quantity or quality in my art and put me off art forever.
Oh.
So maybe your teachers are better.
I did have really cool high school art teachers.
Yeah.
Except for the one that always forgot my name and thought I was a different student. Didn't care for her, but the other one was really cool. Looking
at this and it's making me realize I don't really know all that much about what Applin looks like.
It looks like this.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't remember the pink frill around.
It's not really a frill, it's like a highlight on the apple.
Sure, but it's like very prominent. There's a lot of it.
I think I may have made it slightly brighter than...
Well, still.
It would be. Let me just touch up some of these little imperfections.
Like, the eyes on Applin? Mm-hmm. I don't mind the eyes.
Yeah.
The tail, I don't quite like. It looks like a slug now.
I like the tail more than I like the eyes.
Really?
The eyes don't make sense to me.
How come?
Like, is that whole thing the eye or just the little dot the eyes?
Probably
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it just like a whole entire eye sticking
What does
out
the
of the
creature
top of
inside the apple look like?
I don't know.
It should be a bug. Shouldn't it be a bug type?
Yeah.
And evolve into a dragon type?
A bug dragon.
Applin, why?
What is Applin?
Well, what is Absol?
What is Absol? Other than creepy.
It's, well, because that's the kind of point, though. Because Absol is supposedly like a harbinger of, like, disaster. And so people regard it as an unlucky Pokemon. But actually, it's just there to warn people. And it's a good thing when you see Absol, because that means you know a disaster is coming. It doesn't cause the disasters. Mm-hmm. It warns you about them, so you can take appropriate precautions.
It's Mothman.
I don't know that part of the Mothman myth, I
Mothman
guess.
shows up before, like, a disaster happens.
I didn't know this.
Absol is Mothman.
How do you decide on the shading there? So, like, the part of its... Like, you've got part of its face that's not shaded on the right. Or it's left.
I was looking at references and the way that the references are shaded, because it doesn't have any lines on its face to indicate where the shapes are.
Okay.
So it just had shadows to indicate where the shapes were.
Right.
And honestly, I was kind of winging it.
Okay.
I just feeling it out.
Sure, it just... I don't know, it seems like you had it coloured in under the eye and then you changed it.
Yeah, I didn't like how it looked. It looked too flat.
Okay.
So I played with it a bit
until I definitely don't know how shadows work.
Shadows are hard, and you will see, especially on Colossal, sometimes I pick... So when you're doing shadows, you pick, like, a light source, and there's, like, this is the direction that all of the light is coming from. So, like, you'll see on Combi, I've got little highlights, and then shadows on the opposite sides.
Are Combi's face is sticking out?
Yes.
I would have assumed they were, like, sunken in.
No, they're, like, little bubbles.
Huh. Shadows.
But, yeah, you'll see on, like, Colossal especially, I have more than one light source, because I have, like, some shadows in places where, like, on the other side it's lit instead.
That's fine, Colossal's clearly just in the spotlight.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it kind of just looks like it's being lit from above and behind.
That's fine. That's a thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah. But then also some of the light is clearly coming from the front.
Well,
it's fine. Don't think about it too much.
Well, it's like when you're walking at night and there's two street lamps and you can see, like, your shadow in multiple places. It's just that.
Yeah. Like, sometimes there are multiple light sources. And the thing with these is it's not like I'm having a background that I'm incorporating with these little illustrations. Like, they're just the Pokemon by themselves. If you're having, like, a full scene and doing a background, those light sources start to matter a lot more. But it's kind of freeing to just, be drawing in a void.
You say freeing, like you normally do backgrounds?
I hate backgrounds.
You never do backgrounds.
I never do. That's why. They're so hard.
And yet you want to do a webcomic.
I don't want to do the background of a webcomic.
Maybe you need the practice.
I do need the practice. Well, like I said with, like, Colossal, I hated drawing it, but then it turned out really good, and I ended up really liking it.
There you go. Leave a comment if Alex should do a video of some backgrounds.
Oh, God. Don't encourage my, like, 2 viewers.
Do it. Leave a comment. Help out get better at her craft.
So, yeah, you'll see, like, oh, where does that lighting come from? That side? That side? In the middle?
But also, some of this could be lighting, but maybe some of the rocks are just slightly different shades.
Sure.
You think all those are more black than brown, though?
Yeah, but my lines are black. And so I didn't want to go too dark for fear of losing the detail. All of the other ones I do go in and color the lines a different color than just black, but Colossal I had to leave black because the color was otherwise too dark.
It's a regional variant. This is the Sinnoh variant of Colossal.
Okay.
In the Gen 4 remix that may be coming.
It's a shiny Colossal.
I don't think so, because I think shiny Colossal is like navy blue.
Well, it's a different shiny Colossal.
Or maybe it's brown. Maybe it is brown.
It's like a really dark brown.
I tried grinding for a shiny roly-coly at one point, and I just couldn't get it.
I love how nice this glowing coal effect worked out,
so
considering how lazy I was about it. I'll give him little buddies.
Was it lazy? But I mean, like, you say you're being lazy, but if that's an effective technique, why wouldn't you use it?
Well, it's because I was, just drawing all on one layer, which, is the best. This is me doing math and failing.
No, this is you asking me to do the maths for you.
Yeah, and then it's still not working out because it was nothing.
And you kept changing the numbers.
I did, because I wasn't sure how I wanted to orient it, and then I did eventually figure out a way that I could get 6 things on a piece of paper. So, it'll say in the title, I'm drawing Valentines.
Yeah.
These are just cute little Valentines.
Yeah.
So we gotta have a little...
Oh yeah, it's the classic, right?
Base, yeah.
You have the image on the sign, and they say a silly slogan.
This is something cheesy. I love cheesy kitty Valentines. Like, I pick some out every year.
Yeah.
Even if I don't do anything with them, I buy some every year just because I love them. They crack me up.
I remember one year you drew some miraculous ladybug ones at my request.
Yeah.
Is that Comic Sans?
No.
Okay.
That is the font that I used for the Pokemakers stuff.
Hey, there's a shout out. Come and check out our new podcast coming out in 13 days.
Yeah, if you like hearing us talk about Pokemon.
We're going to do that a lot and make some new ones, and it's going to be fun.
We're starting a podcast called Pokemakers. You can find us on Twitter
at Pokemakers.
I'll put links in the description.
Yeah.
It's a podcast in which we're going to be creating a Pokemon game, like in podcast form. We're not doing any coding or anything. We're just sort of creating the concepts of a game.
Yeah, like the Pokemon themselves, the towns, the characters, all that fun jazz.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you decide here which color to use for the background for each Valentine?
What do you mean?
Well, so...
As in matching to the Pokemon?
Yeah, so Swanna's on the pink one, Applin's on this green one.
Some of them I tried out on a few different ones, and some of them just looked better on different backgrounds. Some of them looked kind of neutral on any background.
Yeah. I think
it's just kind of a matter of
you picked the
out.
colors before you put the Pokemon down.
Yeah, I just picked sort of generic Valentine's Day colors.
Like green.
And you see that kind of blue-green in Valentine's actually kind of a lot.
Whatever does the job. Wait a minute, that's not its name.
Don't worry about
What's up with the pseudo would you? What does that mean?
I swanna be your Valentine.
Here it comes. I'm gonna groan even though I'm the one who came up with most of them. Although this was your one.
I have a colossal crush on you. Did I come up with that one?
I'm pretty sure you did that one.
I think, okay, then only 2 of these are mine.
I think it was that one. And see, you were so impressed when I said absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but everyone makes that joke.
It was good, though.
Yeah.
And it's like a Pokemon you don't see very often.
Yeah. I do like you're the Applin of my eye. Oh, Combi with me was very much yours. Oh, I know, Suda.
No, Combi with me was yours.
Was it?
Suda Would You Be Mine is mine. Only 2 of these are mine.
Combi with me was mine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just want to be your Valentine. This is just some close-ups.
I was gonna say
look at them.
The way this is coming on now makes it seem like the Hall of Fame. Da 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 da. These are my Pokemon. I fought a battle using Combi. Can you believe it? I used a Combi, and also I used this Pokemon next. Oh yeah, it's Colossal. Look at Colossal.
Look at how shy and awkward that Colossal is.
The blushies. I just love the rocks. The hot rocks look great on that thing.
The Applin of my eye.
Applin's adorable.
I am just gonna throw out now. These are going to be available as a free printable. There is a link in the description, so you can go get this document. And you can print it out, and you can give my cheesy Valentines to whoever you want.
Happy Valentine's!
Happy Valentine's Day! Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo!